Here in Toronto. We're here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, but your university is where?
And so my university is at Ryerson University, and it's called Ryerson University. We are right in the center of downtown Toronto.
Okay.
So it's a very urban campus that I work on.
Okay. And why did you decide to do that program, and what is exactly this program about?
So our program is called Ryerson Eats, and essentially it's trying to put a new face on campus food. Institutional food, campus food, has a really bad reputation, right, for being tasteless, expensive, right? It's the plague of corporations taking over the food system, unfortunately, right? It's overpriced, it's not delicious, there's no connection to where the food has come from, it's not made from scratch, by hand, none of that is happening. And so I am trying to rethink that, because I actually think that we can do this. We can serve food on campuses that is made with sustainably sourced ingredients, from scratch, by hand, that doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg, and that tastes good, and that can nourish and nurture everybody who works and lives on that campus.
How do you involve the students in your program?
We do a lot of things. One is getting them to help menu selection and letting us know what they want to eat, right? Because I want to feed them what they want, and I want the food to somewhat be a source of comfort as well as nourishment for them. But we also do a lot of programming, right? So it is everything from a chicken wing eating competition to a blind sort of naming of greens on a table. We had in March, because of St. Patrick's Day, we decided to do a Know Your Greens contest and had about 20 different green vegetables, and everybody had a ballot and they had to smell it and touch it and figure out what it was and then tell us if it grows in Ontario, which was a really fun, engaging, like we had to keep the exercise open an extra hour and a half because it was so popular, which to us is a sign that the student body is really ready for this conversation and they're ready to talk about food and how we're going to handle it more thoughtfully.
And other universities do the same thing?
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
We are not the first. We are definitely leading the way in a number of contexts, but there are a number.
When was this created?
We are just 1 year old.
1 year old. Okay,
We're brand new.
Okay,
August is when I took over. But there are a number of other universities really understanding the power that we have as institutions to nurture a local economy and a local agricultural economy, right? The buying power of institutions can really nurture sustainability in a way that I don't think we pay enough attention to. So there's a number of other my colleagues around the province and around the country who are really starting to make these connections. And of course it's wonderful for a farmer to know that they have a regular dedicated market at a university, and then they can exhale a bit themselves, knowing that their food is being served to students and patients, right? This is happening in hospitals as well. And the revolution is afoot, right? It's happening. Yeah.
Good. Where are you from? You are from Toronto?
I am a Toronto girl, yes. I'm from
You're
Toronto.
a Toronto girl.
Yes.
Somebody has got the idea at the very beginning, or it was a collective thing?
It was, this particular bit grew out of work that I've been doing in hospitals. And so because of that, sweetly, in the city, in Toronto here, I've become sort of the institutional food lady. And so now I've moved from healthcare to education.
Okay.
But truthfully, it seems as though institutional food is sort of like the final frontier of the good food movement, right?
Do you have any help from the city council or any administration or any governmental?
Governmentally, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's interesting, and I feel like this is sort of a plague around the world. We still have a lot of work to do to get government engaged in these issues, right? I think that if we had them, we'd be able to move much faster and much more broadly. But we don't yet, sadly. And so we have a Toronto Food Policy Council, which was first of its kind in North America, and it's tremendous, and they are allies of mine, which I'm so grateful for. But I really would love some time to talk to people at the municipal, provincial, and federal level about reprioritizing food, because this work would be so much easier if we had government on our side.